Hey, this is Carl, and today we're going to unbox this. So stay tuned. So I usually write down tracking numbers when the commissioner give them to me, so I know which packages are coming, so I can estimate when they are coming, since I'm using a forwarder which usually forwards the packages to me after 45 days or 60 days or something. So this specific package, I didn't know where it came from. I've never received the tracking number for this, and so it's a bit of a mystery to me on what this package will be, and I'm a bit excited to unbox it. So let's proceed with the unboxing. The package is actually pretty heavy, which makes me even more curious what it is. Oh, okay. Now I know what it is. I know what it is because I've seen the art box, and I will be showing that to you guys shortly. So today we'll be unboxing Ronan the Destroyer. So this is part of the Annihilator line that I am collecting from my favorite studio. So I think I've already got Gladiator. So I think I only have Gladiator on hand, but I think I already have Nova and who else? Yeah, I think just Nova. I think Nova's box is in there somewhere, and now we have Ronan. So we are going to unbox this guy. So pretty cool art box. I like the art box. As usual, as you can see, it came with black foam with the usual Velcro straps. And like always, we are going to look for the base first before we go on with the other stuff. Okay, body. Okay, base is on the second layer, obviously. Okay, here we go. The base is here. Pretty easy to remove, and it's quite heavy. So here we go. We have the base, and I got edition number 17 out of the edition size of 38. It says bronze. I don't know what that is. Okay. Base is very simple, very similar to the Gladiator that I have, the one I unboxed before. There seems to be some hair strands or something on the base. And since Ronan is here, might as well get him out. Okay. So there is a left key on his left foot, which we'll be aligning and inserting to the base. Now let's go back to the first layer. Okay, let's start with this. Oh, I think this is like a mantle or something. So this goes here, obviously. Okay, fits perfectly. Next we have, I think it's the bottom part of his hammer or his weapon. And we have the top part of his hammer. What is this? I think this is his shoulder pad since it's pretty big. Let's see. Yeah. Definitely the shoulder pads. And we have the cape. Oh, I think the cape goes first before that mantle thing. Put this aside first. Remove the shoulder pad, then this guy. Oh yeah, definitely the cape goes first, then that one. The cape is actually a bit heavy. I really hate it when there's two pegs or keys that needs to connect together or at the same time. So the cape has this two pegs and this one has a keyhole. So if I align one of them, the other one doesn't fit. Like, so this is how the key goes in and can't even align it to the shoulder. So and it kind of goes like this, and the cape doesn't go all the way in. So I don't know if I can continue assembling it. Anyway, let's try and put on the mantle if it still fits. Yeah, so can't assemble it because of this, of the cape at the back. So let's try and assemble it without the cape. I think I need to heat up the cape. Hopefully not. Let me ask the commissioner for that. Okay, so we have the first portrait. It looks pretty blue. Pretty nice. We have his right hand, which is going to hold the weapon. There's a key, that's why it's a bit hard to insert. I think this is it for the weapon. Oh, okay. I need to insert this shaft first before we insert this guy. And then I'll check it out later. We have this. Okay. Wow, that's so soft. This is going to be very fragile. I think this goes to his head. Yeah, something like this. That's why the neck seam was very visible earlier. I just didn't say it. Okay, no, it's a bit hidden. And we have. Okay, we have his hood. This one is a bit more sturdy than that one. So let's try and change this guy. So I think I need to put the head first. Yeah, there you go. And we have the last portrait. This is a angry looking portrait, and this one is a more khaki looking portrait. Oh, okay, I didn't know I can remove that over his head. Can I insert this? Don't think so. So let's put this ink in first. Then put the head. There you go. And let's try and fix the hands first. There's probably a proper way to insert. Okay, yeah, there sure is. Okay, this is very heavy. Okay, there you go. We have Ronan the Destroyer assembled. Let's double check. Okay, I got everything. So I am going to try and assemble the cape again before we proceed to the first impression and review. I think I need to use the blower on this. So I got my blower. Let's try and let's see, and heat up this area so it will fold a bit because it might have warped during shipping. So I added some stuff over here at the back to make the cape less heavy, and I added this clamp so the area where I tried to bend and so that it would fit to the peg would stay put. So I've turned the AC back on, and I'm just going to wait for like maybe 30 minutes before I proceed with the assembly and the review. So I'm going to cut the video because it's going to be quite a long wait. Okay, so I've removed everything. The cape is now sitting properly at the back. I can now install this mantle or hood properly to his body without the cape bulging out. Now he is complete. So this statue is around 25.5 inches tall and maybe around 25 inches deep and 18 inches wide. Depends on how you want to display him. So let's talk about the base first. I think this guy is supposed to be displayed like this because the symbol of Ronan is here, similar to the symbol of Gladiator on my Gladiator statue. The base is pretty similar, but it's more customized to fit Ronan. We have the logo, we have this metal thing as a sub base. I think it's supposed to be a spaceship or sorts. And we have his logo again here on the middle with some writings surrounding it. Don't really know what that is, but that's there. And remember I mentioned that on the sticker on the base at the bottom I said that mine said bronze. That's because I opted for a bronze color on his armor, on his belt, on his boots instead of silver. Silver is supposed to be the right one, it's the comic accurate color, but a lot of the guys chose bronze because it kinda looks better on Ronan. Anyway, let's go to the top. On the boots, there seem to be no textures or anything, but you can tell that it's metal because of how it looks pretty solid and of the paint, because they use metallic instead of the usual dull colors. And yeah, we have the bronze here, like I said, since I opted for that. It's pretty simple, the sculpt. I think they chose to go on that direction because the other parts of Ronan already has a lot of textures, like the one on his legs, on his arms, on his cape and hood. The textures kind of look like that it's reptile plus the color green, so it really makes it look like that it's a reptile skin. And going to his armor, it's pretty similar to his boots. No textures, it's just it with the metallic paint, which I really. He does have some textures here, but it's very minimal. I'm not even sure if those are textures. It's probably caused by molding issues, or I'm not sure. Anyway, going to his belt, it's pretty simple in my opinion. There seem to be a bit of molding issues here since the lines are more deeper here at the top and less here at the bottom, but that's just nitpicking. In my opinion, doesn't really matter. I'm not sure if the statue would look good if they chose a different kind of silver, since the one they tested out is pretty bright and the silver really pops. Maybe if it was a more dull or even gray type of color, it probably would have been better. Going to his arms, we see the similar type of armor to his legs. Again, not a lot of textures, but I think there are little bits. not sure. There's some molding issues here. There's some bubbles. They should have sanded that better. Hands looks pretty good. They don't look like they're glued to each other. And I just realized that when hands are glued to one each other, it's actually better because it makes them more durable in case you hit them or something. Yeah, they do look bad, but they kinda protect the statue as well. And looking at this other hand, the molding looks pretty good. Like there's even space here, a little space, which is nice. Yeah. I think they sanded this properly. Looks pretty good. And as for the weapon, it's pretty simple. Just the usual bronze color, and I think they added something to add some textures to it. But the textures are just paint. It's not sculpted. Doesn't have any battle damages. Actually, all parts of his armor doesn't have any battle damages, including the weapon. And going to this cape and hood, it's painted with a very dark type of green, kind of similar to the army kind of green. You have already know that I did have a problem with the cape, but I fixed that with a blower, so no need to panic if you have the similar problem with the same statue or other statues for that matter. Since fitment issues usually are present with custom statues, you don't need to panic or make a drama out of it. No need to post in all statue groups about it. Just try and contact the commissioner, find a solution. In my case, I did contact the commissioner and he told me that to use a blower. After sending him a message, already got the blower and I was already heating it, and when he texted me to use the blower, the cape is actually pretty hot already. So, and I was trying to mold it to place. I'm glad that the blower thing worked this time, because sometimes it doesn't. And yeah, so the cape is now sitting here properly and it's not bulging out, which is preventing this hood or mantle from getting in. Going to these shoulder pads, it seems to have some textures, but I think it's pretty light, or maybe it has been erased a bit by molding when it was molded. Not sure, doesn't really matter, I guess. But I would have preferred if they just remove all the textures, if some of them aren't visible anyway. And as for the hood, looks pretty good. Especially also this one, they hide the seam on his head. You can actually display him like this, but these two pegs here are visible, so you do need to use the switchouts, you know, because like I said, they hide the peg at the neck seam, and they also hide the holes here. Let's go for the heads. This one is a angry looking head. The sculpt on the teeth looks pretty good. They don't have molding issues since they don't look like they're glued to one another. The tongue is painted purple, and I kinda wish they added some gloss effect or wet effect to that. The eyes are painted white, and the purple thing on his head does have some leather texture, so I'm assuming that it is leather. But the head is too blue. The color on his skin tone is too blue for me, and I kinda don't like it. That's just me. I would have preferred it to be a less popping kind of blue, a more dull type of blue. But anyway, it doesn't really matter that much. And we have this more confident, smirking looking Ronan head. They do have similar textures, but I'm pretty sure they're sculpted differently. As you can see, this flat screw on his head. This one has a smaller one, while this one has a bigger one. And I think that the head is on a different scale a bit. Even the ears on this one is bigger. This is definitely a pretty big head compared to this one. by just comparing the ears, you can definitely tell. And yeah, by looking at them side by side, you can already tell that one is definitely bigger than the other, even if his mouth is open. But I don't think that's an issue, or what? I mean, it's an issue, but I don't think it's that much of an issue once you put on the head. Okay, here's an issue. This head is actually quite loose. Yeah, it doesn't go all the way in. It does when you remove the cape, though. Let's try and use that here. So this head doesn't go inside the hood, so I think these two are supposed to work together. While this one is supposed to be for this, but like I said, doesn't go all the way in. But I don't think that it's going to fall, but it doesn't go all the way in. So yeah, let me check that out. Anyway, I think that's about it for the unboxing and review. I've already mentioned the problems that I have, the magnet thing here and the cape. I've fixed the cape, but the magnet here, I don't know. And I'm just going to leave it like that. Not sure which heads I'm going to use. I'm gonna figure it out after the video. So yeah. Like and subscribe. This is Carl. See you in the next one.